is spring 2025. Quick tour of the bonsai this spring. It's late April. Here is the juniper, Hollywood juniper my brother gave me. It's not doing well. I just can't seem to get this healthy over the past couple years. I did repot it in some better mix, so we will see. Cotoneaster, just wired it a little bit to put some interest in the branches. It has a tendency to cascade, so that's probably what I'll have it do. There's a little maple forest that I put together this year. It needs to be brought down, but it's a start. Little moss from the park. Here's more junipers that are dying. I don't seem to have good luck with junipers. Here's a cutting. We'll see if that survives. Some maple cuttings, which are kind of stalled out. So we'll see if those get anywhere. Let's see over here. This is a snake bark maple. Kind of interesting bark. Just, I don't know what's going to happen with this. Some leather wood. These are very, very, very bendy trees. Anyway. Spirea. This is kind of an interesting trunk. But I'm trying to get it healthy, so it's in a basket in the ground. There's another Spirea. This one's much healthier, as you can tell. This is redwood, Dawn redwood. A larch, Japanese larch. This I dug up and cut the roots this winter, so you can see the first flush of growth was pretty anemic, but I have a feeling it's just about to take off. Some nice trunk movement down there. This, I think, is a Korean dogwood, and something is wrong with it. It's got some weak little foliage down low, but nothing up high. This is one of many paperbark maple, Acer griseum. Not terribly interesting. This is a sourwood tree, Oxydendron, which was in the ground. It was doing very poorly, so I dug it up, and we'll see if it does better in a raised bed. Another paperbark maple. This is a collected hop hornbeam. twin trunk, and seems very healthy. I'm currently grafting from this branch over to here on this side so that I can cut all this stuff off. I could probably do that anyway, but first I wanted to be safe, and second I wanted some experience in grafting. So this is an approach graft. Here's a red maple, Acer rubrum. Which the top of the bonsai is going to be where that wire is. Actually, it's probably this leaf right there. And all of this stuff will come off. Here's an oak just starting to come out. Put some wire to get some movement into the actual bonsai part. These are red oak, Quercus rubra. This is another red oak that is very tardy. I'm not sure what the deal is with this guy, but it's still alive. And you can see buds plumping up, but they are just taking their time. And then we have a whole lot of paper bark maple. Here's one from seed. And then some others that I've chopped down to try to start build movement down low. All of this, sacrifice branches. You know the deal. We've got lots of them. They're not ideal for bonsai, but for some reason I'm kind of drawn to them. And you can see I've planted them at odd angles to try to, make them interesting. This is kind of coming out of the ground at a strange angle, and maybe that'll be the tree down there somewhere. Junipers. I forget the cultivar name. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, trying an air layer on this little thing. It's maybe a little early to start an air layer, but we'll see. What is the name? Juniper. It's not Itoigawa. I forget. More paper barks. And here is a Japanese maple bloodgood. More paper bark. I love the base on this guy. This will probably be the tree there, and all that'll get cut off. More paper barks. More paper barks. Later in the year, a layer of bark will start to kind of flake off, and you'll get to see why they're called as they are. Here's a Chinese elm seiju. And started an air layer here to take off this thing, which is going to be a tree all its own. And later I'll do that one probably, kind of dismantle it. Here's more leatherwood trees. They look a little yellow, I don't know why. And this one had some kind of infection. So I don't know what's going on there. Here is Jacqueline Hillier elm. This is actually an air layer off the top of another tree. Japanese maple. Can't remember the variety. I'll probably air layer this off because I believe it's a graft right there, and it's pretty bad. I mean, that's the worst side, but it's not a pretty graft. These linden, little leaf linden, they're always very late to come out, so they're just now coming out. And I'll be chopping those down this summer. A European hornbeam. Another Japanese maple. I'll try some air layers on that thing this year. Another Japanese maple. These are bottle gentian. And they're also looking very yellow. What could be causing this? I mean, it's in the ground. But everything over here looks kind of sick. What's going on? Even the new leaves on this thing, they shouldn't be that color. Something is wrong here. These are cypress, bald cypress. They were in a forest planting, but I think they were just too, I don't know, I decided they were too small and young to be in that forest planting. They need to, turn into something interesting. So I just chopped them down and put them in this big tub to grow on. This is an air layer off of that red maple. Another bald cypress. With some wire just to put some interest in some of the branches that might be kept. There's more bald cypress back here. What is this called? Chemicypress? Hinoki cypress. And spruce. This is all sacrifice, so the tree is down here somewhere. black pine, which I'm letting grow and grow and grow because you can see that the inverse taper there is real bad. And I mean, this is probably, again, the worst angle. It's probably not so bad, you know, somewhere. But I don't know, I'd like to get rid of that. So, growing on all this. Look at the size of this thing. So you can see how apically dominant they are. This candle here is 1.5 feet long. This candle here is a couple inches. Some are smaller. Let's see if I can get a closer look at this Japanese maple. This is my very first bonsai I ever got. So there it is down there. And I'll air layer these off. Probably some of them starting this year. The bottle gentian over here look much healthier than these do. So, I don't know. Here's again the linden. So you can see a bit of that down there. I have 3 of these. Here's number 2. Last one over there. Got a little bit of a look at this European hornbeam.